This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with
Dustin from Starset.
Hey Dustin, thanks for joining us here. Great show tonight.
Thank you.
We're at Mill City Nights here, Minneapolis, and what'd you think tonight?
Had a good night. It's the first time playing Minneapolis, actually. And we played with Trivium tonight, and that's a pretty heavy metal band, and it's always fun to play with the heavier bands because when you're out in the crowd, when you're on the stage and you can hear the people in the crowd, you can see that there is a sort of dichotomy in the crowd. There's people that you can feel are really feeling the stuff and reciprocating the energy, and there are people that are metalheads that are hating it because you're changing it up and doing something different. We're not metal, first off. We're also not even your average rock band. We're doing something completely different. We have guys in spacesuits and we're doing DJing and piano, and I'm wearing a bow tie. So yeah, it's funny with the. Some of the hate that comes, but also there's a lot of love.
It's a lot of originality too. It's different. It's you guys. You know what I mean? So give us a little background about Starset and how you guys got started.
Well, early last year, Dr. Aston Weiss contacted me. I actually knew him from a couple of years before when I did research with the Air Force at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, where we're from. Okay. And he contacted me. He had this message, this movement he was trying to promote using a number of different avenues, and one of the avenues he wanted was a rock band. And at first I thought he was sort of crazy, and I sort of dug in and I asked him what it was all about. I got all the information, and eventually I got behind it. It really resonated with me, and I worked on the record throughout 2013, and then we recorded it and put out My Demons, and that track really started to take off, and we tried to keep it just the Starset Society and Starset, and that's Dr. Weiss's Starset Society, and eventually we couldn't really keep promoting the band as heavily as we wanted to, and then so we teamed up with Razor and Tie Records last week actually. So,
oh wow!
Yeah,
wow.
Just made that happen recently.
Now, I support 93X here, our local radio station. I also listen to Sirius XM Octane, and you guys are on it constantly.
Yeah,
you got to be happy with the airplay on that.
Yeah, and that was the thing with Octane. It sort of just rose naturally, and those Octane is they're trailblazers, and I think they sort of don't really care about the sort of gatekeepers of the industry. They just listen to songs and they're like, hey, our people like them and we like them, we're gonna spin it. And terrestrial radio a lot of times can be laggards, and it takes a little bit more work, and you have to have the gatekeepers, and that's why we signed with the record deal. And hopefully now the rest of the terrestrial world catches up with Octane.
Right. So tell us a little bit about the album.
Yeah. Well, the message comes from a certain source. Not the Starset Society received that, and there's not just essentially it's like a warning of how our futures can be potentially slip into essentially a dystopian future at the hands of manipulated technology, and it warns against that. But there's also a human element, because the person warning in that also gave us his story, and I incorporated that into the record. So there's his story, and then there's the message itself, and brought it all together into the record. And the sound that I went for was what I call cinematic rock. So it's basically what rock you would hear in a movie, and I'm really excited to hopefully get it out in like a few weeks. So
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the performance itself was amazing. You have your the stuff that you do and everything with the costumes and all that stuff like that, but even more so, it was unique just to have the computer aspect and everything involved in it, which really put a spin, a different original type of element into the show, which I thought was very fascinating. So, but you guys are doing well. You guys are going up. You guys are going places. Like I said, you just said. I didn't know about the record deal, so that's pretty new. So that's congratulations on that as well. What's in store for you guys in the future?
Well, we start a short run with Gemini Syndrome in a few weeks, and there's some big festivals here and there. And then we do another tour with Framing Hanley and Devour the Day, and just, some cool shows with All That Remains and Pretty Reckless and things. And we're just gonna stay out on tour. There's also a graphic novel that's coming from the Starset Society to help bring people into the fold on the overarching message. And there's a report, a 350-page report that's going to come out soon that really gives the details of what this is all about.
Okay. So tell the fans how they can get a hold of you guys.
Yeah. The band, StarsetOnline.com. The Starset Society, the overarching movement, is the StarsetSociety.org. Basically, any sort of social media is going to be Starset Online. So Twitter's at Starset Online, Instagram Starset Online, and then follow it all and get all the information, and hopefully we'll be back soon.
Okay, let's wrap this up. One last shout out to the Starset fans of Minnesota.
Yeah. Hopefully, thank you guys for watching this, and we hope to get back here soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.